Hey everybody, we are live. Dole Whip Dad is the channel. Jeff is my name. D&G Explorers, Derick and Greggory. If you don't know them, you're going to get to know them in the next hour. Gentlemen, how are you today?
Hey, we're good.
We are amazing, even though the Buffalo Bills lost today. As Jeff
we were just talking a little football, a little tennis, a little national park. Buffalo Bills fans are hard to find. I mean, maybe not this year. You guys are having a good year, but I don't hear people, pumping the Bills very often. Maybe it's because I lived in Southern California and now Texas. But let's start there. Why are you a Bills fan? I don't think you're from Buffalo.
Here's a little bit of a hint. I've been a Bills fan since 1976, so a hint of my. I've been a diehard Bills fan for a very long time, and for most of the years, I've been dying hard.
Well, you had a nice run there, though. You had 4 years in a row where you got to play into January. My Chargers were setting it out, probably.
Yeah, I said we had the best seat in the house, even though we lost 4 straight Super Bowls. The only team to have lost 4 straight Super Bowls. The Vikings have lost 4, but not in a row.
That's crazy.
But I always had the best seat in the house.
You want to watch the kid get sad? Scott Norwood, tell me your thoughts.
Right.
That was too easy.
I literally cried that day.
So my Chargers have only been to the Super Bowl once, and Steve Young and the 49ers torched them. By halftime, I was not happy. Let's put it that way. All right, let's see who we got in chat, and we'll start talking to you guys. Sparkles, I think that's Michelle. Welcome in. Paper, Scissors, Vacations. You are everywhere, young lady. Rachel, Rob Fuzz, biggest fan in the house. Captain Akron, K. Atwood, Ray J, hello. Cam, hello. Jelly's Journeys, hello. K. Donor Rap, Leash, hello. Paul, Michael DB, hello. Bob and Ashley, hello. D&G, I have wanted you on this show. I mean, I've only had the show for a little less than a year. It feels like I've wanted you on the show for longer. I know that doesn't work, but I'm so glad to have you guys on for a bunch of reasons. But I'm going to start off with the first one, and I said this before on the stream. Something about West Coast Disneylanders, did I make up that word, that makes me want to be on their channel and get to know them. I miss it. It's my park. I miss it. I go to Walt Disney World now when I go because I live in the middle of the dang country. But you guys are Disneylanders. How long? Why? Where did the Disney love for Disney come? Because we just talked Wimbledon pre-stream. Now we're talking Buffalo. It doesn't sound like you're from Anaheim. At least one of you. So I'll shut up. How did the Disney passion start?
Actually neither of us are from Southern California.
No, my first time at Disney was in 2000 at my sober. Probably tells you a little bit about my age, but that was the first time going there, and I made up for lost time because I bought all kinds of unnecessary souvenirs and stuff and just had fun with it. I didn't care. So
are there any necessary souvenirs? Not yet, but
what was that?
Are there ever any necessary souvenirs? But I've got plenty right there.
I mean, I grew up with Disney, but going to Disneyland, I didn't get to go until then. So what about you?
The first time I went to Disneyland was probably 1987, about 2 years after I graduated. And I actually wasn't as impressed with Disneyland as I thought I would be the first time I went, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
I had been to Great America, gone to Six Flags Magic Mountain, and then it was more of a thrill ride. Boy, how things have changed.
I haven't been there in a long time. That used to be where we went for, the roller coasters.
Yeah, yes. That's my grown-up playground is Six Flags, and then also Las Vegas. But Six Flags has all the big roller coasters. You still go on some of that stuff. I never push you on to going on. You decide to go on to them.
Yeah.
You know what about Six Flags? Now that I live out here, Six Flags is every season they have a big fire right nearby. What the heck? Am I right? Were they burning a couple weeks ago? I bet they were.
Yeah, it was in
Silmar. I'm trying to remember the town. Silmar, maybe? I don't know.
Simi Valley, I know, is where they had.
Yeah, it wasn't close to Six Flags this time, but they have had some close calls in the past. They actually almost tore down Six Flags and were going to make condos, and then they decided not to do that because I guess the public was in an uproar and everything. So
good. Yeah, we've got a Six Flags here in Arlington. I live in Fort Worth. Arlington's well, actually where the Cowboys are, even though they're the Dallas Cowboys, whatever, it's down the road. And there's a Six Flags. It's pretty good. It's not, I mean, maybe it's just me being nostalgic there. I don't know. It's like Disney World's not Disneyland, although I love them. But anyway, let's get to Disneyland. So how often do you guys get down there? And then I want to ask you about cruises too. But how often do you guys get down there? You're not near, you're nearby as in California, but you're not down the road.
We're about 4 hours away.
We're in Central California, pretty close to Fresno. So that's smack in the middle of this California, basically. We're about 3 hours southeast of San Francisco, and we're north of about 4 hours from Los Angeles. So depending on the traffic, we can get to Anaheim, and depending on how fast we drive, in about 4 hours to 5 hours to 6 hours.
We have,
That's not so bad. I lived in Southern California for a while. I lived in Manning, which is near Palm Springs, and it could take us 4 hours sometimes, depending on the traffic.
We have friends in Bakersfield, so sometimes we'll go stay at their place, and then if they go with us, then we'll leave early in the morning the next day, or even if they don't go, we'll still leave early in the morning the next day. So it kind of breaks it up so that we can rest a little, and then another 2 hours there, and then we have the whole day to have fun. And we just got the annual pass, the one that they just came out this past summer, so we're trying to make more use of that to do more than we normally get to go.
That's very cool. Now, I've been to Bakersfield. They must be good friends if you visit them in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're in the chat, Bakersfield people. Gonzo, thank you. I see a super chat. Gonzo, thank you so much. Rob Fuzz is in the house. More sunshine, please. I think I said hi to Pepper Tree Villa. We were just talking about you. Free stream in the house. Jelly's Journeys. Who else do we have here? If I missed you, I apologize. Jerry, Awesome Sunset Travels. We're going to talk about cruising here in a minute. Perfect. Hey, Cargo. Hello, how are you? Hey, Stacy. Hello, how are you? Jack Twaddle in the house. Boy, I hope I'm not missing you. Jeff from Dizzar Dream. Well, Dizzar Dream. I shouldn't assume it's Jeff. Dizzar Dreams in the house. Welcome in. Guys, if I'm missing you, it's just because I'm trying to give them attention. Hey, Kevin. Kevin Fontana. Montana's not laughing about Bakersfield. I love it. All right. So are you a Disney channel? Are you a cruising channel? Are you a Derick and Greggory channel? How would you describe your channel to somebody who's new?
That's a very good question. I would say, I know we always talk about channels evolving. We started our channel just over 2 years ago. We celebrated our anniversary, I believe, October 7th, and that was our 2-year anniversary.
That's my actual wedding anniversary, so I'll never forget that. That's pretty
cool.
Wow. Or my wife's going to yell at me and I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
It's hard to believe that we've been doing this for 2 years now. So
that's cool.
I think Explorers sums us up the best because we were really focusing on showing Disney stuff. That was the main feature of it. But as we've grown, we've experienced different things. We want to have that continuous drive. I think that's what channels always do. They always want to, a new thing to keep you energetic.
Right? Yeah.
And our new passion is cruising. We will be on. We have 4 more cruises booked. 2 next year, 2 in 2021. We've gone on 3 cruises.
Wow.
So we've been booking them quite a bit. But we've explored a lot. We've been to Disneyland Paris. I was born in England. We went back, and when we first are, and 2 years ago, we went and we had a chance to see where they filmed Harry Potter, which is Leavesden Studios.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That is super awesome. I don't get jealous very often, but that's my jealous face. That's so cool.
We went to Cornwall in southwestern England, and we had a chance to see where the King Arthur's castle supposedly.
Love it.
So that was exciting, and
I love those stories. I love them now. What am I talking about? I love them my whole life.
We saw a silhouette of Stonehenge. We were driving by it, but it was already dark, so we saw the light of it, just the outline of them.
You can make it's Stonehenge. Bye.
Yeah. 5 seconds, we drove right by.
We call ourselves Explorers, and it's kind of funny when we're on Disney channels. They'll say, "Oh, they're the people that like to cruise." When we're on the cruising channels, they'll say, "Well, those are the people that like Disney." So we call ourselves Explorers.
I would say that's a win, man.
Exactly, and it's what we wanted to do is bring the 2 families together. So on a lot of our live shows, because we go live every Wednesday, a lot of our live shows we see both Disney people, fans, and also cruising fans on our show. So that's what we want to do. We want to bring the 2 families together because we're
I love that. I was on Mr. Gonzo PR's channel, and again, thanks for the super chat, Gonzo. I really, really appreciate it. We had a couple of creators on there. We're talking about just that. Should you have a smaller niche? Should you have a bigger niche? I definitely have the hey, do what you love kind of thing. And if you guys love Disney and cruising and X and Y and Z, to me, that's what you should do, because that's the passion that you have, the excitement you have is going to come out. And I would say to you guys that you guys are fun. That comes out. I'm not a cruiser though, so I'm going to ask you some questions on that. We had Alana Zingano, who I think you know, on the channel last week. I'm friends with Sherry, who I know, I'm sure you guys know, who helps you guys with cruising. What got you into cruising? Well, I'll leave it there for now. What got you started cruising? And
well, we went on the Disney cruise, the Disney Dream, in 2016. We weren't doing this at the time, so we just kind of enjoyed everything and took videos and pictures and stuff. And then I think after that, when we started doing the YouTubing, that's when we really started getting more into wanting to go cruising. I personally like Disney cruises more. You did like Disney more, but now you like Norwegian more. We haven't done Royal Caribbean yet, so he might change his mind again.
Now, I don't know, but Disney's like double the price, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Not that much? Okay.
It's pricey, but I think you get what you pay for, and it's worth the money. And it's very magical. There's things that Disney does that other cruise lines can't replicate, and they don't do. It doesn't have the same feeling. So that's why I think Disney is always kind of, it's like my second home with everything Disney, parks or ships.
I would say if you like the Disney parks and you love Disney parks, you will love a Disney cruise, because you're already used to paying more money for the Disney. It's true. I mean, it's not cheap to go to the Disney parks. But we did a show one time, and we marked it, where would a Disney cruise fit in for 7 nights? It would be equivalent to staying like at the Port Orleans Riverside. So it would actually probably be a little bit cheaper than that.
Really?
Because you get all the food included. You don't have to go to additional dining. And that's when you compare it, because right now we're releasing our NCL Norwegian Escape Cruises. We just released our 3rd video. We went at the end of September. And we're doing at the end of every video, we're showing how much we spent on that cruise.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay.
All the cruises going forward, we're going to do that to see.
Like me, I need that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because we paid $1,500 each for our NCL Escape Cruise. We just paid, and we had to pay 5 days after we got back from the NCL Escape Cruise for the Disney Fantasy. We are going on our next cruise. Where did I put it? Where did I put it, Greg? It's right here.
I don't know what you're looking for.
Our Suhac finder.
Oh boy.
How do I know where it is?
We're going on the Disney Fantasy. It's a Super Bowl cruise, but it's also a Star Wars Day at Sea cruise.
That's awesome.
The Super Bowl is just playing, happens to be on that cruise.
Yeah. Bills would be on there until after today.
Leave it out in the living room?
No, I had it here set aside, and I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, we paid $4,300 for that together. So it's a little bit misleading, because when you go through other internet sites, they show you per person site. Disney likes to show you per cabin. Okay. So when you see $4,300 compared to like $1,500, you think, wow, that's a lot more. But you're looking at $3,000 compared to $4,300. A lot of that depends on the destination, the time of the year that you're going. So there's a lot of variables when you look at the cost of a cruise. We figured, we were talking to our friends, it's about 33% more to go on a Disney cruise.
Okay, I mean, that's still more, but it's not as much more as I truly thought it was double, but I know that I don't know. But
Norwegian, well, then you don't get sodas on there. So if you want to have sodas, you have to buy an additional soda package. If you don't want to eat at the main dining rooms, because they do have a couple of main dining rooms. They also have the buffet. If you want to go to a specialty restaurant, and Norwegian has like 8 of them, maybe even more, you're talking, our bill of the first night we went, we got, with trying to keep it simple, part of our perks was 3 specialty dinners we had free. The cost of our first one, when we went to the Blue Bayou, I said it again. Bayamo by Ocean Blue, it was $146.
Blue Bayou's at Disneyland for
Yeah, I know Blue Bayou. Yeah.
That was for both of us. It was $146, and it ended up being complimentary. But if we didn't have that complimentary perk, we would have spent an additional $146. So $107 or $73.
And is that because you got points or whatever because you cruise so much or something like that?
NCL offers free at sea ones. Right now they offer on all 5, but we chose for the cruise, which was available at the time, $50 off per port, per stateroom. So if we booked an excursion through Norwegian, per port, we would save an additional $50, or in our case, $25 each.
You know what? Here's where my brain is going, and maybe it's just because I'm not the smartest dude ever, but there are so many details.
There is.
Yeah, like and that's cool because then there's experts in cruising, but then there's people like me who are like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, just tell me how much it costs, and I'll tell you if I want to go. And
so that's why we decided to post how much
that's cool
per day on it. Disney, there's a lot more included in it. So soda's included in it. They only have 2. If you're on the newer ships, which are the Fantasy and the Dream, which are still a little bit old in ships terms, but you're looking at, there's only 2 additional restaurants that you can go to. So there's not a whole lot more choice. And Disney has rotational dining. So you and your waiter and your drink, whatever the person is, they follow you to every different
that's what I like
restaurant you go to.
Really?
Yeah, and they're different.
To know them too.
Yeah, and there's shows. So they have like the animator's palette, which the walls come alive with animation. So there's so many different things that the Disney offers, which is unique. So we're also going to be doing the cost on the Disney cruise. We actually just started booking excursions on the Disney cruise, so that will, because any book a cruise line is more expensive than booking your private stuff. But I think that's one of the interesting things is just to compare how much is a cruise actually going to cost when it's all said and done. So we're doing it through.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and we're having a good time with it.
So I just dropped a link in the chat. I just dropped a link. Check them out. Let me get caught up in saying hi. Disney Nerd Herders, hello. Adventures of David and Aaron, hello. Welcome in. Cargo, I think I said hello to you, but hello to you again, or hello to you for the first time. Either way. AJC, Amy's in the house. Oh, man, now it's jumping big time. I'm sure I'm going to miss some people. Stacy Herder in the house. What's going on? Guys, if I missed you, I apologize. Raphael, I just talking about you. Janine, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I apologize if I missed you. All right. So, Disney cruises, Disneyland, California, or Disney California Adventure, cruises that are not Disney, rank them. If you're spending your days off or your money, what puts you guys? What gets you number one? Rank them. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, we'll do
parks. The parks, yeah, because you can't mix.
I think we pretty much are unanimous in this. Disneyland would be our choice. That's our home park. It's a park that Walt Disney built.
Yep.
We liked a lot California Adventures a lot. So some people
changed.
Changed.
So I moved out here to Texas. We were talking pre-stream, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. Now my wife, her family's out there, so she goes out there now and then, and she still hits Disneyland once a year. Disney California Adventure is like a new park now. I don't even know it. I've not been to Cars Land. Again, that's why people like you guys who go to Disneyland and stream and post vlogs, I need you. What do you like Disneyland more than DCA, or where do you spend your time there? I mean, obviously one, but the other one's newer.
I like
switch it up
better than DCA.
Yeah, we bought, which is unique this year, we bought the Flex Pass.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Okay.
But I just didn't know what that was called, though.
So it was
it's an annual pass.
It's only $599. We say only. But when you look at the Disney passes, the highest one, I believe, is like $1,500. It's way up there. But the unique thing about this is that you have to make reservations. So there's some days we don't have to do it. There is a blackout period, like from December 20th or 14th through January 3rd. There's like a 3-week window where it's blacked out. But other than that, on the app, we say we were going to go for 3 days, and they were all reservation days. We would have to book it for the first day to request it, and then once we're there and we get into the park, we then have to request it for the second day.
Okay.
And then so on. You can only have one reservation requested within.
The park
actually it's
counts as
2
days.
Correct. It's 2 reservations, but we do treat it as a park hopper. So we say for Disneyland and also California Adventure to make sure that we get to see both of them in one day.
That's one of the things too. The park hopper out in Anaheim. I mean, it's truly DCA is a couple hundred yards from Disneyland. Where in Orlando you got to drive, you got to get on the shuttle, whatever. It's just different. But again, just talking to people who are out in Anaheim now and then, or every day, or whatever, I get jealous. I miss it. I miss it a lot.
It's less planning than Disney World, because when you go to Walt Disney World, dining is 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
You're staying on property. You can do your fast passes 60 days in advance.
Yeah.
You can do that at Disneyland. I mean, dining,
you get everything done in one day at Disneyland. You can't do that at Disney World.
Yep. Fast passes, you can't get your fast passes until you're actually in a park. And you can do it through an app if you want with the Disney Max Pass, which is $50. You can't do that until you're through the gates before you can start requesting your fast passes. And then the reservation for dining, I believe, is 60 days, if I remember. So everything is in a shorter window than what Walt Disney World. So in terms of being able to go spur of the moment and still feeling you can have an enjoyable time, Disneyland to us is a lot more. But Walt Disney World is unique because I love Epcot. That's my parts.
World Showcase is my jam.
Epcot is my second favorite park after Disneyland, and then it would be California Adventure.
I think every park has something different to offer. California Adventures has a different feel than Disneyland. Disneyland is just the original. It's like a warm feeling. California Adventures, you walk in it and it feels more open and more California and sunny and just that kind of a feeling. It's not as a warm feeling as when you walk into Disneyland. To me,
it's not nostalgic, but it's awesome. But
we had a chance during D23. We had a chance to host. Bob and Ashley came to visit us. So they came in about a week earlier. But Jim from More Sunshine Place and our friend Chris.
Both those channels are in chat right now, so check their channels out. They're awesome.
Matthew and Lauren also.
Matthew and Lauren, but Chris, who's a Walt Disney World cast member.
Oh, okay.
He flew out with Jim, and we basically hung out, the entire 4 days that we were together. And I know Jim loved
Incredicoaster.
The Incredicoaster.
I haven't seen that. I feel, was that FOMO? I have FOMO. I'm missing out on
that. And then the Tower of Terror was changed to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Jim really loved a lot of the stuff that California had to offer, separate from what. He was saying that he felt the Incredicoaster was probably the best Disney coaster he's ever ridden on. So
you haven't ridden that. Talking about Jim from More Sunshine, please check out his channel. Let me say hi to people in chat, and I'm going to ask you about D23. Lynn Project in-house, welcome in. Oh, boy, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Thank you, guys. I see my moderators taking care of some business. I appreciate you very much. Oh, thank you. People are saying that Jenna sent people over from Resort TV 1. Love Resort TV 1. Love Jenna. Love what you guys are doing over there. So I appreciate it. Hey, Theo Arnold, I see you. Judy Hazel, I see you. So many names. Really, really appreciate you guys being here. If you're new, let me drop in their link. This is D&G Explorers. They are Disney fans and cruising fans and great guys. Oh, and I see my mom in chat. Hi, my mom. Love you, Mom. Hey, Chills, I see you. Hey, Janine, I see you. Again, mods, thank you guys so much. Hey, Blue Nose, I see you. Appreciate you guys being here. All right, so D23. I was telling somebody else earlier, I've never been. I'm a Disney nut. I want to go to D23, but Corey and Shep and a bunch of people that have gone, they showed me or I've talked to them line after line after line of human beings sleeping to get in a line. I don't like lines. Somebody like me who doesn't live in California. Yeah, I see your face. Should I go? Is it worth it? Because here's what I'll say before I let you answer. I can sit on this computer and see everything, not in person, but right other than the Mandalorian preview, which I saw about a half hour later. I felt like I was seeing it right now, but I want to be there. Was it worth it? Did you love it? Tell me everything.
We didn't sleep outside like everybody else, though. We had a room and everything, and we still, saw everything that we wanted to see, I think. We ended up missing one of the shows that we planned on seeing because we went to the big Disney store that they had.
See, that's another thing. The merch there is, first of all, I don't have all the dollars. And second of all, I want all the stuff. So, I don't know.
What are you trying to do? Was
it worth it? Did you love it? Was it a disaster?
No, it wasn't a disaster. It took a lot of time to wait through the lines, like you were saying. And
it was very overwhelming.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming.
When you go in there, you're like, where do I go? And it's kind of interesting. It's not a welcoming feeling because there's like a huge partition wall.
It's like a Disney farmer's market kind of thing.
I felt like a mouse in a mouse.
Awesome, but
I was a mouse in a mouse maze looking for Mickey Mouse, apparently.
Hey, Alana.
As the day we went along and you started feeling more comfortable with what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to go, how it worked, because they were trying new things where they had made reservations online, which for us was a nightmare.
We didn't get anything.
We didn't.
Luckily, we had our friends that did the extra person option, so we went in with them.
Oh, okay.
So when Greg said we missed we were going to go to two shows. One was a Halloween, the Haunted Mansion.
That was underwhelming. We thought it was going to be a good panel.
Behind the scenes.
And I mean, for what was it, 50 years now?
Yeah.
And we thought they were going to show behind the scenes and stuff. All they had was people come out and talk about things, about like being in their garage and thinking up ideas and stuff. They had a Muppet from the Muppets come out.
Cool.
That was cool to see. It took two puppeteers to make them come to life, but there was no behind the scenes stuff or anything. I saw more interesting things on Facebook about the Haunted Mansion than I saw in that whole panel, I think. So
my mission, I saw there was two. There was two Marceline museums, and one of them was there's a guy, I believe his name is Christopher Tremblay. He was an author that wrote a book there, and I didn't realize it was him at first, but he had a hat, and it was a Walt Disney hat, and I have never seen a Mickey Mouse Walt Disney hat. So that became a mission for me. So we chose to go to the Disney store because we didn't have a pass. If you had a fast pass ticket, you could easily go through it, but we didn't, so we had to wait in a line. So we missed, I don't even know what our second show that was supposed to be, but we missed it. It was a long story. We tried Downtown Disney, we tried it, and then I finally found, guess what, we got it. So this is
Walt Disney ears.
I love that one.
I've never seen anything with Walt Disney on it. So
right behind you have some pretty cool art. I have one of those. I'll pull mine out. We'll do a little show and tell. I love that one though. That's probably outside the one I'm going to show you that I have. That's, I think, the one I want the most. I'm breaking stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. This is kind of weird to have the same box, but I'll pull it out if I can not break the thing. But well, that's a good segue. While I try to open this and not break it, what else do you guys collect? I mean, I can see behind you.
We collect like the lanyards and the pins. I've made. I made a Halloween lanyard. I've made a 60th Disneyland lanyard.
Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, I have a Disneyland Paris one back here, and then we have our medals from the 10K race that we did in Paris, and that was actually one of the big highlights of that whole trip. Was
that's beautiful. Here, hold on. Let me put it
that was really awesome.
So do that again for the people and for me.
Wow, and that's actually red metal. If you swung that and hit somebody, you'd probably put them in a coma, depending how fast you hit them.
It's solid. We're doing in Castaway Cay. We're doing the 5K run.
Nice.
We could walk it, but it's rubber. They're not metal. This could if you could protect yourself with this if you needed to.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell I'm not a runner. I've got one 5K Disney 5K medal. It'll probably be my entire career right there, but I'm happy I got it. I wish they would have told me before I ran that I could have walked, but but I mostly walked anyway. I won't lie. But I love those. My daughter is in much better shape than me and is way younger than me, and she's got the bug. She's only done the same one I've done, but she wants to do them every year. And I told her she's gonna have to make some more money because I can't afford it. But it's pretty cool. I love those medals, and
yeah, they are a little heavy.
The one cool thing, like at D23, we met
5-pounders.
So many people, or we saw people. We didn't talk to Tim Tracker, but he was there. We saw Raphael and Alana. We met.
Raphael just said they had D23 Crocs.
Yeah,
you, which must mean you because they wouldn't be for me.
Yeah, it was awesome. We had a chance to meet them, so that was great to finally meet up with them.
That's awesome.
Obviously, we're with More Sunshine Please, Bob and Ashley. We met Shep, Corey, but one of the things too that we took a photo with Bob Gurr, the Imagineer.
Sandra, nice, really.
And we also he had a black and white photo of the monorail over the lagoon with the Matterhorn in the background, and he autographed it for us. So
that's cool. Yeah,
some of the things that you wouldn't get to experience.
That's really cool. I know Alana's met him too and had some autographed stuff. I'm not I don't get real starstruck, but Disney peeps, yeah, that's my jam. Yeah, I want to meet Bob Gurr. I haven't done that. I want to meet you know them all those old Disney Imagineers. I mean, they don't be old. I'm just saying, if you create something at Disney, I'm kind of in awe of it. But anyway, that's cool. So you collect, well, at least a medal, some medals. You collect cruises. You collect some lanyards that at least one of you rolled your eyes on. What else you guys collect?
Well, wait, who rolled their eyes?
I don't know.
You must have rolled your eyes.
Sorry, I thought he knew already.
Like the statues of the different Disney cruises that we've gone on.
Oh, wow.
But our friends went on the Wonder, and it's supposed to be an Ariel statue, and they said that there wasn't a statue to buy, which is hard to imagine, but maybe it's online or something, because I would think for every cruise.
So these are, just so people might not know, in the atrium when you walk into the Disney ship, which I would say walking into a Disney ship is incredibly magical.
It's very welcoming.
Yes. And this is a statue which they have in their atrium. And this is from the Disney Magic, which is the first one. So you have a bigger than life size, I guess, fisherman, seaman, Mickey. I don't know what you would call him.
I don't know where the other one's at.
But I think it's in the curio cabinet. So so we collect these for Disney. And then on our other one, it's not around here, we collect the ships for the Norwegian. They're over there.
Oh, as a guy said that they do have it, but they sell out of out of stock pretty fast.
Yeah, I wanted to say they sell out fast. I was just reading
for them to get them.
Yeah, Arnold does a feeling on Embarkment Day. Embarkment Day is a fancy word for going away day, right?
Yes,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
They have a sail away party and everything. There's nothing like a Disney sail away party to get you excited for all the festivities and everything that they have going on with you.
The excitement of going on a Disney cruise, it's like, it almost brings you to tears.
It's
like,
better than
you're
Norwegian.
So excited.
It's better than Norwegian. I have to say that.
Yeah, I've grown to really like Norwegian. I think what they offer for the avid cruiser, Norwegian is more of a cruise site for them to go. Disney to me is more of a niche, I guess. Anyone who loves Disney and they're not sure about going on the cruise, I would recommend going on a Disney cruise because they will immerse you in the Disney magic. They will make it feel special. I just think that Norwegian offers a lot more on board than what a Disney cruise offers in terms of like the ships we went on, go-karts, laser tag, just more bowling alleys. So there's just more that
bowling alley. Yeah, there's like two little lanes with a little ball.
How many people are bowling? I don't know.
Still.
Hey, Fantasmic. Barrel Boy, welcome in. So I'm going to ask you one more question on cruising before we get to some of your things on, your favorite things at Disney. And I've got a question about burping that I'm sure you can figure out, but we'll get to that there in a minute. Does the place you're going, does the destination even matter to you guys, like Castaway Cay, or my mom just went to Alaska, or is it about having fun on the boat, or is it a little bit of both? Walk me through that, because It looks like a big mall. I'm just gonna say it, and that's for you, Raphael. It looks like a big mall.
I think it's all of it with Disney anyway. I mean, Castaway Cay is the big thing that everyone's looking forward to, but it's the end of the cruise also. So you don't want to look forward to the end of the cruise, but you're looking forward to going on their private island. But I love sea days. I could stay on a ship the whole time and never get off the ship and be happy.
Really?
Yeah, I love sea
Did
days.
Raphael make you say that? Because I feel like that sounds like Raphael would make you say that.
No, you can. I mean, Derick knows that I would love to just sit down and watch the waves go by. And last time we saw orcas, so
Nice.
yeah, which we've never seen that before.
That's
but
very cool.
I don't necessarily have
Hi,
to go on excursions or get off the ship when we port and stuff like that.
I think when we've planned on cruises, we've sailed for the most part, like the Bahamas area, and then we went to Canada. Now we're going to be sailing on the Western Caribbean, so we're going to hit Cozumel, Grand Caymans, Jamaica, and then our cruises after that. Well, actually, we do a group cruise next September, and we're going on the Symphony of the Seas, which is the largest ship in the world. We're hitting a lot of the Central Caribbean, I guess if you want to call it. I think it might be called Eastern Caribbean. But then in 2021, we're hitting the California. So by the end of 2021, we will hit the eastern side going north up to Canada. We'll be going down into the Bahamas would have been taken care of, the Western Caribbean, Mexico on the western side, and Alaska up on the western side.
Wow.
I'm not even Italian, and I move my hands like I'm Italian.
Yeah, I am Italian. There's just nobody to hit here. So
3D right in my face all the time.
I noticed that. I'm like,
he always do a cannoli if he hits you in the eye, so it's not so bad.
So, but we've approached them differently. We've either looked at the time of the year that we wanted to go and see what ship was going where. We wanted to go on the Fantasy, so we looked at what dates the Fantasy was going on this itinerary. One of the things we chose in Cozumel, and I believe I'm going to say it right, is it Chichen Itza, the Mayan pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
We are going on an excursion for that, which the whole thing is from.
See, that's awesome. I would love that.
It's like an 8-hour tour.
It is. Well, getting there, coming back, we booked it specifically through the cruise because if you book through someone else and you're not through the cruise line, they can say bye-bye, and then you're like, wait, and the ship sails away. So we booked specifically on that one through the cruise line.
So you just made me think of something. Somebody who was in chat, hopefully she still is in chat, and I love her very much, and she's my mom, may have been on a cruise and may have been left behind. Did I just out her? How hard is that? Mom, I'm looking right at you.
So what do they do when people are left behind?
Call me, and I laugh. I don't. Ma, I bring her. I've had her on before. We'll bring her. No, but so you go to.
I think they could Tinder you.
Mayan, you go to the Mayan ruins, and you don't make it back. That sounds miserable. I mean, now you live in the Jungle Cruise. What? How does that go?
Well, if it's through the Disney Cruise line, which we did, I mean, we paid, I believe it was $160 was the cost of the excursion per person.
And we haven't paid yet. We haven't paid them yet.
We won't pay. We don't get charged until we actually do the excursion.
If we don't have the money, then we're not going, I guess.
At that point, it'd be too
Enjoy
late.
the ship.
We might be working on the ship for a few months after we have to build.
A lot of workers. So
you can cancel all the way up to the excursion.
But if by chance something happened, which I guess the worst case scenario, Disney would take care of us to get to the next port, which would be Grand Cayman. So I would imagine we would be flown out there. That would be the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Says, yeah, dude, when they say be back on the ship at this time, yeah, you better be back. I would be, I mean, I don't know. It seems to me like I would be nervous about that. Like I'm not at Disneyland and I can go, ride another ride if I miss my fast pass. I'm actually on another country or on an island or I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head because it happened in my family, but that was miserable.
I hope Stacy Herder meant it doesn't turn into Gilligan's Island.
I thought that when you said an 8-hour tour, and 3, but
She said
oh, Myers in the Mouse says, anyone see the score of the Cowboys game? No, but I saw the score of the Chiefs game. How you doing today, big guy? Blue Nose says, I'm swimming with orcas next year. We're gonna miss you, buddy. I really like you. I feel like you're gonna be a snack, but I hope you swim fast. I loved SeaWorld growing up. I've been to SeaWorld many a time. They're beautiful, but pet a dolphin. They're not gonna eat you. That's my advice. Well, I sound like I'm fearful today. I don't mean to be.
We're actually that's our second excursion.
We're supposed to swim with dolphins.
Dolphins, okay. See, dolphins. You know what they do? They hug you. You know what orcas do? Eat your face.
Yeah, I would be a little intimidated to swim with an orca.
Orcas are my favorite.
Orcas are beautiful, but blackfish, don't go swimming. Come on. I don't know.
I'm afraid of sharks. My 3 fears.
Luckily, they don't have a swim with sharks expedition out there.
Clowns. Bridges, and the great white shark.
So, look, I was going to say, you know why you're smart? You know why you're afraid of sharks? Because you're smart. Because they'll eat your face. Clowns? What are they going to do? Like, I don't know.
I always say, if you have to paint a smile on your face, you have issues.
Oh my gosh!
So what did you think of the Joker? Give me your quick review. Obviously,
we haven't watched the Joker.
Nothing new. I actually want to see it.
It looks amazing. I haven't seen it yet.
I said I want to see it in the theater, and you said, "Oh, I could wait." Rave reviews. I had him see it Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in the theater. Oh no, he saw the first one on Blu-ray and saw the second one in the theater, and it wasn't that bad. I mean,
so I didn't see the remakes. I saw the original. I'll say it. Look at the number of how many we got watching. I'll probably lose half of them there. It was stupid. It wasn't even. I'm sorry.
I wasn't down at the end of the first one. I actually will say though.
You mean the original?
The remake?
Yeah, the remakes
were pretty good.
Yeah,
it reminds me a lot like how they filmed Stranger Things. The feel of it and the story. So when the stupid clown wasn't on it, I actually enjoyed it. When
it was like Stand By Me meets a horror movie kind of thing.
Stand By Me is great. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
The beginning of Chapter 2 was a little much. It was a little
pointless.
Too drama, but
but it was. I actually enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll ever see it again.
You will. You'll see it again.
I can't. Oh, Raphael, I can't read your chats. I just can't do it.
Give me a bad time about fantasy football because we're on the Sharon at Seas, which is a cruising channel. We're on a fantasy football league.
Oh, nice.
Raphael's in it. I'm in it, and my team stunk today. I had some players that were 0 points. I had one that had negative points.
Ouch.
Another one who was negative, but he ended up with 1 point. So I got trounced by.
So my mom was asking Derick why Bridges because
I was just going to say Linda wants to know why Bridges.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I go over bridges and I can't see the bottom, my arms start to tingle and I start getting like.
Well, I did get you on the Golden Gate Bridge and we walked halfway across it and you were fine with it.
You had to drag me halfway across.
You still love the view of it. So
I just get when I can't see the bottom, I just have an image of me driving over.
So I don't have an issue with bridges, but I don't like to admit my fears, but I hate heights. And the Golden Gate Bridge is terrifying. And I don't think it's the bridges, big guy. It's how high you are.
Maybe that's
I love being on that bridge. It's so much fun.
It's beautiful to look at from not being on it. So, but wait a minute, pre-stream, we were talking about a hike you went on. And that, well, I love national parks. They have been to some national parks. They enjoy national parks, it sounds like, too. The hike you talked about sounds way scarier than, driving on a bridge. What am I not understanding?
So we went. I'm okay with heights.
Hi, Linda.
But I will just tell you, looking down. So people don't know. We live about 45 minutes from the entrance to Yosemite National Park.
One of my favorite places.
With it being a national park, that doesn't mean that when you're there, you're in front of all the popular destinations.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour to get to start seeing the famous sites in the valley. Well, if you're going to go up to Glacier Point, you get a great chance to see Vernal Falls, Nevada Falls, and Half Dome. But on the way to that, Badger Pass is a ski resort. So just past Badger Pass is a hike. There's 2 of them at that spot. You can either go to Sentinel Dome, and it's literally you climb up to the top of a bald person's head. You're climbing up the top of it. Or there's Taft Point. We like to go to Taft Point because it's only like a mile walk, and it's pretty mild. It's not climbing up or down. It's just basically a level walk.
Yeah.
But going on the cliff face. So if you're down in Yosemite Valley and you look up to the mountains, you're on top of those mountains looking down into Yosemite Valley. And it's a little deceiving because you're not at Disneyland because there's no
Well, I would hope you would know.
There's no metal railing saying this is a drop off.
Hey, dummy, don't die. It doesn't say it right there.
Yeah, and as you're walking to, it's like a fissure. So as you're walking to the end of this cliff, you don't pay attention. You think it's a straight walk, but it's not. It's the next, like after the fissure, it might be like a 20-foot gap between the next one, but the rocks blend in. So if you're not careful, you could just, and you're dropping down like 500 feet. So it's beautiful when you're up there, but it also, you kind of think like, whew.
Less beautiful when you're falling down. Greg, I feel like you have a comment on the Fisher comment.
No, just the whole thing, how he's explaining it and everything. I don't think we've gotten that close to the edge of them before.
Oh, yeah, I have.
So
I haven't. I don't even like going up there. I mean, I was telling him before you popped on. There's my fear of heights, I think, came from being up on, I guess it's Glacier Point, right? Looking down in the valley. I guess that's what that is.
Yeah.
We had a foster kid at the time. He was up on my shoulders. He was doing the thing, having fun, and then all of a sudden he was all tense. And I looked down and I got all tense, and I've been scared of heights ever since. It's high.
It's high.
It's high.
But it's a beautiful walk, and I like Taft Point because it's not a crowded walk.
So we haven't been there in a long
it's been a while.
time. I haven't been to Yosemite in a very long time.
Me either. I miss it very much. Mods, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much for dealing with the goofiness and for posting those links. It looks like one of your moms is it. My mom's in the chat. One of your moms in the chat. That's pretty mom.
Yeah, my mom's in the chat right now.
Theo says try skydiving, Jeff. I wouldn't. If I could know my moment of being dead, I still wouldn't jump that day. There's 0% chance that would be fun. No, I don't like. I'll watch the YouTube videos of things that are high, and I'll turn them off. I can't do it. I'm out.
The only time I would do it is if we were on The Amazing Race and I had to do it. And that would be a very good episode because I would probably be like...
Yeah, it'd probably be my turn to do it. And you say, have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I would say? Thanks for letting me play. I'm out. I'm not doing it. Yeah, heights. You know why we're afraid of heights? Because death is not the fun part of life. I'm going to skip. All right, so I never have asked anyone... A lot of these questions I ask are kind of the same questions. This one I've never asked anyone else. It's not like I'm saving it, but it just feels appropriate. What's this burping thing? Why I don't? You and Rob Fuzz got this burping thing. What? I need to get the origins.
He started it. I don't even know how
he started it.
We kind of let it go.
So Rob Fuzz, he just as a joke because we work.
Yeah, check out his channel.
Yeah, Ron and I chat a lot with like technical stuff. He was really helping me as we were growing the channel, like the lighting that we have in here for our set and some of the technical stuff. Rob Fuzz was a huge resource in terms of getting us to where we are at today. So we've built a pretty good relationship. And as a joke to say like thank you for us, he says that one day he did and he said that is brought to you by D&G Explorers,
and it's stuck.
I knew that before I knew who you guys were. I'm pretty sure I knew that reference before I got to meet you guys. So
it's spread. Now we kind of finally releases related to
no,
D&G.
it burps alone. We'll just stick with a burp. That's gross.
Never asked anybody that, and I probably never will again. But I had to. I couldn't let it go. So everybody in chat again, thank you so much. Mods, thank you so much. Please. Except for Kelly from Myers and the Mouse, make sure you send Jeff as much cheap stuff for Christmas. I hear it's going to be on the clearance rack because they're going to miss the playoffs just like my Chargers. Ha! Okay, so let's get back to Disney. Your favorite parks are obviously Disneyland and California Adventure because you're out there. What's your favorite? Well, let's go to Disneyland. What's your favorite land in Disneyland? And we'll take it from there. Obviously, I bet you can guess mine. What's yours in Disneyland?
I think our favorite ride is Space Mountain at Disneyland.
Space, yeah, but not the land.
So I was just saying, does that mean Tomorrowland's your favorite land or no?
No.
Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? If it's a land, I would say Main Street USA.
Ooh, I don't. Yeah, I'll accept that.
That's not a land.
It is. It is Main Street USA.
It doesn't have the word land at the end.
Main
It's
Street.
right now Main Street USA land.
Yes. If we're not accepting that one, then I would probably say there's not a whole lot there, but New Orleans Square, just because it has a haunted mansion in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was thinking that too. That or Adventureland.
When I first, again, I'm from Disneyland, whatever. Disneyland is where I went a lot, and then we went out to Disney World, and I was looking for I was looking for New Orleans Square. There was none. They have Liberty Square out there, which I love, but it's not the same. I mean, it's great, but it's not the same. I did a few of those things. First time I was there, I was asking for what's the barbecue place right across from Indiana Jones and the Jungle Cruise?
Bengal Barbecue.
What is it?
Bengal Barbecue.
Yeah, I asked a couple cast members where Bengal Barbecue was, and they told me I was an idiot. Not really, but it's just not. I thought it would be more the same, but anyway. So
that's what I like about the difference is that I don't want I'm a little annoyed that Mickey's Runaway Railroad is coming to Toontown because I'd rather go see that in Florida and be excited about seeing that than having the same attraction in Disneyland. So
I agree with that. I wish they had more differences, except for the Bengal barbecue. I wanted my Bengal barbecue. But let's go there. What do you like to eat when you're in Disneyland or DCA? Where's your favorite place to eat?
I would say we've been going on a craze of the Plaza Inn, and specifically, we get the dinner for the fried chicken.
You know, I've never had that.
That is...
You get a lot of food. It's like 3 big pieces of chicken, mashed potatoes, greens.
People love it. They say it's the best chicken in the world. I don't know. But people love it. Tell me, what's different about their chicken? Why do people love it so much?
It's moist.
See you, Bob and Ashley. Yeah, happy Veterans Day to you too, buddy. You guys have a great night.
Night, Bob and Ash.
Have a good night.
If you haven't checked out their channel, get over there. One of my favorite channels.
Greg hates the word, but we like to use the word moist in describing it.
We do not like to use that word.
That word. People hate that word. It's just a word, people. But
it's usually when you have
I can't. We're on a show. I can't go there.
Yeah, I feel like we'll stay out maybe.
It is very juicy chicken, so it's not dried. It's usually prepared great, and it's even when they turn around and they open up the back the back door, and they bring out a brand new tray, which is really when you get the good stuff.
You're very animated tonight. They bring out the tray and they put it down and scoop out the food and plop it on your
back more and more. I love it.
We picked up our friends in San Diego. They were on the Disney Wonder over Halloween. They were on a Disney cruise. So we picked them up the following Sunday, which was like the 1st or something like that, November 1st. But Friday, we went down, and Juan Rodriguez, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
I love Juan.
We had a chance to meet him. We had dinner with him at the Plaza Inn. And then our friends that we picked up, we went again and ate the Plaza Inn on Sunday.
Very cool.
And the first time I wasn't as happy because the little tray that they serve it in was getting smaller, so the pieces were getting smaller. So I was trying to choose because there's 2 lines you can go into. I was looking to see which one is more in that I can get big pieces of chicken. And then the person before us, she put all the chicken into the next person's one, and she brought out a new tray, and I was like, yes. So we had the fresh chicken.
Wow.
I think has your same aversion to that word, but I'll just leave it there. They're asking you.
I think a leg, a thigh, and a
drumstick.
no
Drumstick. We did it.
Well, a leg is a
Oh,
drumstick.
true.
A leg, a thigh, and a breast is what you get. So you get a lot of meat.
It's good. Very good.
And then we usually get a dessert too.
Yeah, but don't get the coffee Yule log because
that's seasonal. It won't be there.
wasn't good.
That was kind of gross.
But we love. There's that one. What is that?
Yes, Pepper Tree Villa. He did say that word.
What's that little twist? Garlic twist that over there.
At Maurice's, not tavern, but it's like Maurice's wagon or whatever. It's from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, they have garlic cheese twisty things. They have a chocolate one and a strawberry one.
And then over at California Adventure in Cars Land, they have that's like a pretzel cone. I guess is the best way.
Hey, Patrick, did you dad in the house?
You just said breastplate.
It's the best way to describe it, and they put mac and cheese in it. So that's
cheese in anything, and that'll make me happy.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, so characters, favorite characters, whether it be a meet and greet character, your favorite movies. You said you're not into the movie so much, but favorite Disney characters, and of course, why. I don't care who goes first. Who wants to go first?
My favorite is Tigger, and then my second favorite is Stitch.
Stitch is big in my house. I love Tigger. That's a great one.
And that's his.
Yep.
That's Scrooge McDuck.
But
you're nothing like Scrooge McDuck. You're not greedy or anything.
I wish. My bin is empty. Growing up, I read a lot of comics. In fact, I wrote a book, and a lot of them I would say I was inspired by Carl Barks, who created the Duck Family, and he did a lot of the comics. And I actually wrote some ideas for comics, but then it kind of spawned off into
What was the author's name?
Carl Barks.
I think it's Karl Marx, like the. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, he also did some like oil paintings and that. He was a really famous cartoonist for Disney, and that got me involved into Scrooge. So Scrooge isn't all about the money; it's about going on adventures. And that was what really got me excited about Scrooge because
that's awesome.
He explored and treasures. He went, and Carl Barks brought in history, so he brought in like folk tales and all that, and he created stories around it. So that's what really interested me in Scrooge.
Yeah, I love that little nugget about you. That's awesome. Thank you, fantastic. Again, Mod, you guys are doing such an amazing job. You always do. Thank you so much. Okay, and so there you go. So we got the land. Should I ask you about your favorite movie? I mean, you mentioned. Yeah, I'm going to ask you favorite Disney movies and why.
Well, I don't have a favorite Disney movie.
That's a tough one.
I would have to lump like three of them together. I can't just pick one.
That's all right.
But I would lump in Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. I'd probably throw a little Lion King in there also, just because they were kind of like one after the other. Not too far from each other throughout the years. It was kind of when Disney was going through its hand-drawn movies before they started to go into the computerized stuff. Mm-hmm. I like Pocahontas, but not as much as those others. So,
I like Pinocchio a lot because of the time period, and
I like that one too.
The book that I wrote
is
very reminiscent of cobblestone streets and that, so that image just kind of makes me feel like it's the world that I created. Song of the South is one that I like. We have a bootleg that we picked up at like a comic convention that they put it to a disc.
We didn't pick it up.
I did. I bought it.
It was
make a trade because I would love that.
Yeah, and it's an incredibly cheesy movie from today's standards.
Sure,
but just the novelty of it. I love Uncle Remus. It's a shame that people don't get a chance to see Uncle Remus. He's one of the best, to me, the Disney characters that they had out there.
I'm always amazed that I've talked to people about this a lot. Splash Mountain is so iconic in the Disney parks, yet some people don't even know that it was a movie. Like
exactly.
Yeah, and they won't have it on Disney Plus either. And they also took out the crows part from Dumbo, which I really don't know why, but
because people are crazy and want to be offended, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and I would say for live action, believe it or not, people probably would laugh. It would be the Race to Witch Mountain. With the Rock.
I loved those when I was a little guy. I was obsessed with those when I was a little guy.
Yeah, well, this is the second one.
I was going to say, are you talking about the one with the rock, or are you talking about like this?
That's the third
I like the old school one.
That's the fourth one.
We go go to Las Vegas a lot, and the story took place in Las Vegas. And when when we go, my mom and I are going in about 5 weeks. I guarantee you, on the iPad on the way up there, we're going to be watching Race to Witch Mountain. So it's a little bit more of a sentiment because
I don't get to go this time. Work.
You talk about hokey, the originals, the early 70s, mid 70s, Escape from, Race to, all those. I loved those. I don't know. I don't have any idea why, because they're weird now.
We watched them and we were laughing because some of it was like so off the wall, but it was fun. I liked it.
And the special effects are like, I could do them in the backyard, but I don't know. I was all about it. So it's 9 o'clock on the nose here, 7 o'clock there. I hope you guys can give me a couple minutes. I'd love to let everybody in chat ask any questions they want to ask, and more than that, even I want you guys to, what do you want to share with them? If I feel like we hit a lot of the stuff, I hope I hit enough cruising questions and Disney questions, but what do you want people, if they are just getting to know you tonight, to know about you guys and your channel and what's coming up and all those things?
That we're a fun and adventurous channel. We like to explore. We like to, share adventures of Disney, non-Disney, anything that we really do as far as trips and journeys and things. So we're very family friendly oriented. It's for everybody to watch. So
I think one of the things that we focused on, like in our first year, we were obviously learning what the whole YouTube is and what we can do. The second year that we just finished, we really wanted to pay it forward, and we still, like on our weekly shows, we have a spotlight channel. You are a spotlight channel that we had a few weeks ago, and we just like to give back to the community and the support which helped us. This year, we're really focusing on ourselves, and we really want to put quality product out there. So even though it costs money to do that, we both work 40-hour jobs. The videos, like the last cruise video that I just put out, took me 14 hours.
Wow.
That took me 18 hours to do. So we're trying to put better product out there that we feel that we're happy with. And we're not where we want to be yet, but we're growing. And we're just today we're at 1,530 subscribers. A year ago, just over a year ago, we were at 300. So yeah, so we are, growing, and we just, I think the one thing that we want is just like the respect of that we're putting out good quality stuff and people can come and enjoy it. That's our goal. Is we have a stressful life. Yeah, but our goal is life is stressful. Come to our channel and have some fun. And
amen. I love that. For Scissors and Vacations Oh My, just subscribe to your channel. Hopefully you're getting a whole bunch of new ones too. I really
very much.
And that's what it's about. Like the whole idea of this show for me is to get to know, let's be honest, better people I like to watch, or maybe even people I don't even know that well. Share that though with others. I mean, one of my favorite things I hear, and I heard it a couple times today when I'm on YouTube, is, hey, I never knew them until, I introduced them to me through the show, or maybe I get to know you guys better through the show. Like I agree with you. Life can be stressful, but life is supposed to be fun. I mean, you only get one trip, man. And for me, this is what I like to do. I love Disney. I like, I like this kind of stuff. I love your channel. I love other people's channels, and that you guys want to share what you're doing. I think it's a gift that you guys are giving everybody. And I hope that's what we're doing, while we're creating stuff. So I just like it. I love your channel. I love your guys' attitude. And I love the Paper, Scissors, and Vacations subscribed, and everybody else who did too. Mar says, broadening our horizons by introducing us to new. Thank you, Mar. That's exactly what I want to do. So I've loved this hour. It went fast, like I told you it would. I think I got the questions. I hope I got the questions. If I missed them, hit me now. But guys, I had a great time. It's been a long time coming. Doesn't it feel like we've been talking about this for forever?
Yeah,
it is. And we're here on our show. I mean, I know we've been talking about the date, so we're love to have you.
And thanks for having me be your spotlight. That means a lot to me. Thank you, Disney Nerd Herder. So again, if I missed a question, guys, I tried to watch it there at the end, especially to see if I missed anything. I think I'd ask everything that I saw pop up there. Yeah, 14 hours of editing. That's a long one, man. How long was that video?
About 29 minutes.
Yeah, mine tonight that I haven't posted it that I will in the next hour or so when we're done here. It's a long one for me. It's about 14. It took me about 2 hours. And that's, I don't know, like it takes a long time. What do you use to edit?
I use iMovie. I use a MacBook Pro, and then because when I started, our first videos until about last December, I was using this, which is my iPad.
Yeah.
I was using the iMovie on it, and now when I try to think about how did I do what I did editing on this, now I use the MacBook Pro and the iMovie. The higher, the better, I guess, the system, the more you can do with iMovie, and that's what I've been using now. Yeah,
well, that's cool. We should probably talk about that offline. I'd like to learn more about that. I'm mobile, 100% mobile, but that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. We went a little over. I hope you didn't have somewhere to go. Thank you, Captain Apron. Thank you, Mar, Phantasmic, Stacy. If I name all the names, I'm going to miss you. We had up to a little over 50 at one point, guys. So appreciate you guys being here. Again, thanks to Jenna. I don't know if she's still here for sending everybody over. Thanks to my mods. I saw a little bit of weirdos. You guys handle it, and a lot of great dropping their links. So love my mods. Love everybody who came in here. Love you guys. Really, really like your channel. Get over here. Let's drop their link one more time. Oh, good, Stacy. I was just thinking, look at Stacy, totally reading my mind. There is their link one more time. Get over their channel. And Shep from the Shep family, if somebody wants to drop his link, feel free. He just went live, according to Stacy. Was that you, Stacy? I think it was Stacy. And he's got a great channel. Go check him out. We were just talking about him being at D23. So get over to him. Feel free to say that I sent you or tell him I didn't. Doesn't really matter to me. Guys, I really appreciate it. Anything you want to say at the end here to everybody in chat still?
Well, first, thank you for having us on your show tonight. We've been looking forward to it. We have been talking for a couple of months about doing something together. So so great. You are such an awesome guy. I am so amazed that you are doing your daily vlogs to the Vision 2020. So
thank you.
I bow. I was looking at your video count, and I think it was 440 videos that you've done this year.
I don't know. Thank you. You know better than me. I don't know. That's cool, though.
Yeah, awesome. So thanks again for having us on tonight. You're a great guy, and we look forward to having you on our show.
It would be my honor. Guys, if you haven't figured it out, they're awesome. Get over their channel. There's the links dropping again. Give them some love. And then go over to Shep. Give him some love. I think I'm going to go downstairs and get some food. I'm going to watch my Cowboys come back and win. And then I'll jump in his stream. Hopefully it won't end quickly. So, guys, I appreciate you. We're going to stay, and I'll say thank you offline. Everybody in chat, love you to death for being here. Thank you so much. We had some good numbers tonight, so I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Thanks for the super chat, Gonzo. And, yeah, go have a great week, everybody. Be awesome to each other. See you next week. Now, let's talk about what do we got? We got Myers and the Mouse, my favorite Kansas City Chief fan, next week. Hughes and Brews the week after that. Disney Coffee Blog the week after that. Lots of good people coming up. D&G, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
I think that's it.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.